Live from WPRI 12. This is Eyewitness News at 6. Coverage you can count on.
We begin with the Aaron Hernandez murder trial. Jurors deliberated today for their second full day.
And while they were doing so, the judge called a Boston news photographer to the stand to testify about an allegation that he followed jurors to their parking spots.
We have in-depth coverage tonight. Target 12 investigator WPRI-TV is looking ahead at the next murder trial for the former football star.
But first, let's go to Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell live outside Fall River Superior Court.
On the stand, the photographer admitted he made a mistake, but he says at the time he didn't realize he was doing anything wrong.
Driving after cars.
Judge Susan Garsh issued a stern warning to the media covering Aaron Hernandez's trial after a news photographer was accused of tailing jurors to their cars.
It's a 10-year felony statute that prohibits any form of juror harassment.
Eyewitness News obtained a transcript of the private sidebar conversation between the judge and both jurors who spotted the photographer near the jurors' parking lot. One told the judge, "I thought it was very strange that I saw the same vehicle go up, come back, and then I saw him again on the other side. You could clearly see it stopped." The other said she noticed a person who started to drive slow as they seen it was us, and they were looking at us.
Did anybody from WHDH instruct you to follow the bus?
Not specifically, but I knew they felt that that was good information to have.
At no point during that process did you actually speak with or otherwise interact with any of the jurors?
No, I know that's forbidden.
Jurors told the judge this incident would not affect their abilities to continue as jurors. Jurors have been deliberating now for about 15.5 hours. They requested a half day for tomorrow, so if they don't reach a verdict by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they will break for the weekend. Shannon and Mike.
Susan, can you give us a sense of what it's like in the courtroom as everyone's waiting for this verdict to come in?
So when the judge steps off the bench and the jurors are deliberating, the courtroom mostly clears out except for reporters. Odin Lloyd's family has generally been waiting in the hallway. Aaron Hernandez is taken to a holding cell. And so far during these deliberations, we haven't seen anybody from Aaron Hernandez's family in the courthouse.
All right, thank you very much, Susan. That's Susan Campbell reporting live outside Fall River Superior Court.
And now the Target 12 investigators continue our in-depth coverage of the Hernandez trial. Regardless of the verdict, after this case, Hernandez faces another double murder trial.
Tonight, we're taking a closer look at how that case will play out. Target 12 investigator WPRI-TV joins us now live outside Fall River Superior Court.
Investigators in Boston say they didn't start looking at Hernandez until an SUV with Rhode Island plates that was loaned to the former player was found during the Lloyd investigation. This scene hit Boston's South End early in the morning, 11 months and a day before the Odin Lloyd murder. 2 men were shot to death, 1 other in the car injured by gunfire in what police say was a drive-by. A search warrant affidavit indicates a witness from Rhode Island told police a Hispanic man was driving the SUV that pulled up next to the victims, and he heard 6 shots seconds before the SUV drove away. After the Lloyd murder, a connection was made by investigators, and the search warrant helped police seize a silver SUV from the Bristol, Connecticut garage of Hernandez's uncle. Hernandez was also spotted on video inside and outside a nearby club, according to the affidavit. And after he was indicted for the Boston shootings, investigators told us they believe Hernandez shot the victims because one of them spilled a drink on him in the club. The warrant affidavit states the club's security supervisor called police 5 days after Lloyd's body was found and told them the Boston murders were connected to the North Attleboro case.
I met him through a mutual friend.
Investigators have also said Alexander Bradley, who is suing Hernandez for shooting him in Florida about 4 months before the Lloyd shooting and 7 months after the Boston shootings, was with Hernandez and in that SUV during the double murder. Even with an acquittal in the Lloyd case, Hernandez is being held without bail for that Boston double murder. With the Target 12 investigators in Fall River, WPRI-TV Eyewitness News.
And you can count on Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of the Hernandez trial. As soon as there is a verdict in the case, we will bring it to you right here on WPRI 12 and on WPRI.com.
And coming up new at 6:30 over on Fox Providence, our legal analyst takes a closer look at the questions the jurors have been asking the judge.